Hello, my name is Brianna. Today I'll be talking about food share of Ventura County. And we're gonna be going a little bit over about what the organization does, um, some of my findings from the SWOT analysis, and towards the end we're gonna be talking a little bit about some recommendations for improvement and growth. Okay, now a quick overview about Food Share Ventura County. First of all, Food Share is a nonprofit organization and they are part of the Feeding America network, which is one of the largest hunger relief organizations in the United States right now. And so FoodShare's main goal is just to reduce food insecurity throughout Ventura County. They do this by collecting and distributing food to individuals and families in need. And the way that they operate is from volunteer work, from donations, and their community partners in order to get um, food to those who need it. So, FoodShare has many strengths, one of them being their internal organization. So, they have these systems where they're able to collect, sort, and distribute food to plenty of people across the county. And it's because of the way that they organize everything, which makes it very efficient. Another strength would be their volunteer coordination. FoodShare brings in a lot of volunteers to the point where they don't need a huge amount of staff to work at large scales, which is amazing. And then the third strength would be their strong partnerships. So they have partnerships with a lot of local organizations, which helps reach plenty of people throughout the community. So while FoodShare does have some great strengths, they also have a few key weaknesses that I'll be going over. So first would be their dependence on volunteers. So volunteers can vary, and this makes it not consistent just because they can have a lot of volunteers one day and then the next day not as many, and that just makes the volunteers inconsistent. Second would be the funding instability, just because FoodShare relies heavily on donations and external support. And finally, would be the high demand pressure because when more people and more individuals and families need food, um, and it's just creating a lot of pressure, especially on the resources and the systems that they have. So, the main insights from my SWOT analysis would be the balance between strong internal systems and weak external stability. Internally, FoodShare is very strong. They are organized, they are efficient, and they are just very well balanced. But on the other side, externally, they are a little unbalanced just because they rely heavily on volunteers and on external support. So overall, they operate very well on a day-to-day basis, but the concern is more for like that long-term sustainability. Okay, so now we're going over a few opportunities for growth. First would be to expand partnerships. Yes, Fisher has a lot of partners that help operate this system that they have going on, but building connections with other partners such as grocery stores, farms, healthcare organizations, or any other local organizations just helps them have more, um, not just funding, but more resources so that they can continue to do this at like a long term. And then a second opportunity for growth would be to improve technology, especially for inventory and scheduling systems so that they can be efficient. Like, yes, they're doing an amazing job right now, but just having that technology to help with um, these things that they're doing manually would make it so much easier and reduce stress that their staff may be facing. And then a third opportunity would be to expand storage. So Fusher does have a warehouse here in Oxnard, but just increasing that capacity will be able to handle demand, especially in the future. Now I want to go over a few recommendations that I do have. So first would be to strengthen the partnerships within a year, just to strengthen the resources within FoodShare. Second, improving technology upgrades for their inventory and scheduling within the next 6 to 9 months would improve the efficiency. And finally, just volunteer and expansion planning. Um, these would be essential because they will reduce burnout. They will help with the inconsistency in volunteers, and the expansion would help future demand. So, overall, FoodShare is a very effective nonprofit organization with a huge, strong community impact. However, the main challenge is just that reliance on external support and resources, um, because of that long term sustainability that we are trying to maintain. However, with the right improvements, especially within operational systems and partnerships, FoodShare has a great and strong potential to grow even further than they already are right now. Because right now, they are doing an amazing job. I got to experience everything firsthand through volunteer hours and shadowing and just overall research. And I was able to see the huge impact that they're doing and how well they're working. But just implementing these recommendations or opportunities will overall help their long term sustainability.